Hi, I'm Satish Sundararajan, Senior Infrastructure Finance Specialist in the Financial Solutions Unit of the Infrastructure, PPPs, and Guarantees Unit at the World Bank Group. I'm currently working with the Water Global Practice and the Government of Angola to raise commercial finance for water supply in Metro Luanda. I will introduce this ongoing project and explain how we as a team plan to use World Bank Group guarantees to meet the project objectives. Giving country context, Angola is emerging from a long civil conflict with a real need to rebuild the country. The infrastructure deficit also very high. Recent global oil price shocks have affected growth and reduced the fiscal space. Angola recently got downgraded by all three ratings agencies. These factors are not helped by increasing inflation and volatile exchange rates. So all this makes raising cost-effective finance for infrastructure very challenging. So what are all the problems? The first problem, in Metro Luanda, only 59% of the 6.8 million population have access to water. Of those that do get service, only 63% are mains connected and 37% gets their water from public standpipes. So increasing water access and improving water penetration is very important. But the problem doesn't stop there because Luanda is growing fast. It's growing so fast that population projections suggest the population will grow to 16.8 million people by 2040. Lastly, there is also an increase in per capita consumption from the current 97 liters per day to 128 liters by 2040. When you put all this together, Luanda faces high water stress, which means building new treatment capacity is urgent. The government recently revised its master plan to upgrade water systems. The plan anticipates demand until 2040, and part of the supply solution is the BITA water project. The main problem to raise adequate finance on affordable terms to meet project costs and deliver a reasonable tariff. The government procured EPC contractors in 2015 for a project with a total cost of around 600 million US dollars. The contractors have not started the work due to lack of financing. So mobilizing timely financing is now critical to implement the project. The project is an investment of public and national interest, and the country's legislation require the Ministry of Finance to be the borrower. Thus, the lending is subject to macro risks, while the proceeds used for the project. A secondary problem is to ensure financial viability of the project itself. The Public Water Supply Company of Luanda, or EPAL for short, is the project implementing agency. It's also the potential owner and operator of the water system. EPAL has a big role, and it also needs a lot of help to improve its performance and financial sustainability. Working with the sector team, the government has asked the World Bank Group to help prepare and provide credit enhancement to the project. The aim is to crowd in commercial finance that will not otherwise be available to the country. So what is the proposed technical solution? The current project scope does not include distribution network investments. This raises fundamental question on providing consumers with reliable access to water supply. Of course, other unregulated modes of access have been expensive for consumers. The team on a study recommended to the government that distribution network should fall within the project scope. Taking the increased project scope and financing constraints into account, we suggested a phased approach. The phases will follow areas of population growth within the project geography. Each phase will include necessary treatment facilities and distribution networks. The phased approach also considers efficient use of World Bank resources. The team will also coordinate with other ongoing IBRD water sector operations like PDSA 2 so that EPAL's sustainability and operational performance are well coordinated. So what is the proposed financing solution for this project? The World Bank team is considering a range of structures and instruments that could work for the project. Country credit rating and macroeconomic factors obviously constrained the support of institutions like MEGA. So the plan is to provide only IBRD loan guarantees to competitively procured international commercial banks. The local banking market is not developed well enough. The team will also be working with international export credit agencies to cover the rest of the financing needs. The guarantee structure will reduce the level of credit enhancement needed to ensure the private sector shares the risks. The guarantee will aim to extend the tenure of the loan to 15 years, which otherwise will not be possible in the country's context. This will also create a track record for future commercial borrowings, and the structure aims to prevent a guarantee call by creating adequate reserve accounts within the project. Now, the project is also consistent with maximizing finance for development, or MFD, approach of the World Bank Group. Most of the finance is expected from commercial banks with the support of IBRD or World Bank guarantee. The project is also the first water system supported with the World Bank credit enhancement. The team aims to reach financial closure around June 2018, subject to detailed due diligence and board approval. We, as a team, hope to update you in near future on project financing process and implementation.